Hi, welcome again. This evening we're gonna have a look at the FT8, what I've set up separately from the radio and the internal FT8 that is possible. So, for starters, I've got JTDX running on my PC, on my laptop, and uh, running through with a Type C cable to the radio at the DFU input. So let's have a look at the settings. We got transmit settings. First of all, you need to make sure that your input type is on digital is for the USB because you're using the USB cable. Then you're gonna add the extra function of calibration just by pressing F8 twice, and you can go into calibration, you can go to the control, and we use the Kenwood TS2000 input. Make sure your ComCat is on PTT and your DTR and the RTS request to send is on PTT. If you go back to your PC, you can transmit and it will start transmitting on your radio itself. I'm going to go through the settings on my PC as well, just to make sure you got the same settings on your PC. So we're going to go to the double JTDX, go to File, your settings, and you got your radio. Make sure it's on Kenwood TS2000. I've selected the COM port 2, baud rate's 19200, data bits 8, stop bits 2, and handshake is none. You use the cat configuration as configured on your radio, and your mode is none. Split operation none, because you don't use the split operation. And when you've done that connection, test your cat cable and make sure this is a green and not a red color. So that's been set up. Sorry, just want to go back to the settings again and make sure your audio is on the Audio Wolf transceiver and your transmitter is on Audio Wolf transceiver. That's your basic settings that you can do on your PC as such. We're going to go back to the radio and disconnect my JTDX for a while. And you're going to log into the FT8 function of the radio. So you can press function 7, that's the service button, and run the FT8. And you will see it start running. I've already tuned on this frequency. So my SWR is 1.2 and I've got about 34 watts output. And then I can press the CQ and start transmitting. You can also change your frequency output on your FT8. I will show it to you now once it's done transmitting. At the moment it's transmitting and it shows you your power output. And it shows I had a 1 QSO that logged on the radio, on the system already. So what you can do is Want to go back to your output frequency, you can change that with your main volume knob. You can change this to 1500. What I normally do is 1500 hertz. Just want to wait until the transmission is done, and just want to, there we go, and that's on 1500 hertz. Just want to see, maybe you can see here at the top we are 1500. Yeah, we got a new QSO waiting. Let's see if we can complete this on this recording. And here it indicates all the stations that's been received, and at the moment I'm busy with this Uniform Romeo station. So there's another German station or Swiss station coming through. And at the moment not using a lot of power, only 35 watts. I've actually ordered my 200 watt dummy load from AliExpress. Should be coming in of this month, because I need to calibrate the radio as such. I don't know what happened now, but the QSOs are gone. I figured out this button, the RTC, is continuous. So just want to see why the other two stations just dropped off for no reason. I didn't do anything. Let's see if they're calling back again, and maybe we can complete one QSO. Nope, they're not calling back. But anyway, that's the basic setup for the FT8. With the new software, I do have FT4 as well. And this is also running on the radio as such. FT4 much quicker. But yes, that's all for tonight. Let's go through the programming again. You must make sure your calibration, your control is correct. Kenwood 2000 PTT on DTR and RTS must be on, and your transmission input must be digital, and your cable must be connected. That's the most important thing. And your settings on your radio. 73s.